All right, so solving a system of equations, really all you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out where these two lines, see these are two lines, if you graphed them, you're trying to figure out what point they have in common. What point do these two equations have in common that would work in both of them? One way to do that is by graphing both of them, so that if you do a graph, and I'll just do a quick rough sketch here. For this first one, I'd start here at 3 on the y-axis, and then I would go up 1 and right 2 from that point. So go up 1 and right 2. This is x, this is y. And then just draw a line connecting those. And for the other one, this one I'm going to start at 2, and then I'm going to go up 3 and right 4. So up 3, right 4. And I see right there, if I connect those now, I see they do have that point in common. So I could either, just try to eyeball it and see what point that is. Looks like 5, 4 maybe. I'm sorry, 4, 5. 4, 5 maybe. So one way to do that is by graphing and looking at where they. Now I could always test that or check it by plugging it in. Is it true that 5 equals 1/2 times 4? So I'm plugging in 5 for y and 4 for x plus 3. Let's see, 5 half of 4 is 2. And yeah, that's true. And then I might try the other one too. Another method for solving a system of equations is by using substitution. So if I know that y equals 1/2 x plus 3 and y equals 3/4 x plus 2 like I did in the previous problem, what I could do is I could substitute, because I know y is 3/4 x plus 2. I could either say y or I could say 3/4 x plus 2. So what I could do is I could substitute in for that y, I could put in 3/4 x plus 2. But then finish and write the rest of this equation exactly the same way. And now I can just solve for x. Now, of course, in this problem, I have some fractions here. And to get rid of those, I can multiply everything in that whole thing by 2, or by 4, to get those fractions to go away. So that would give me 3x plus 8 equals 2x plus 12. So again, I just multiplied each one of those things by 4. And that's something you should have learned in a previous course. But if you have trouble, I'll make a video on that too. Now I'm just going to solve for x in the same way that I usually do and see that x equals 4. And once I know what x is, I can just take x in and plug it into either equation to figure out what y is. 1/2 of 4 is 2, and 2 plus 3 is 5. So again, same answer, because it's the only answer that they cross there. The other way that checkpoints 1 and 2 show you how to solve an equation or a system of equations. I'm just going to set these equal to each other. I'm just going to rewrite them. Is by adding. Now I see that if I just add these right off the bat, nothing cancels. Y plus y is 2y. I don't want 2y. And then I'd have to add the x's. That's not going to cancel out. But if I made this a minus, then I have to change all of them to minus. Well, now it cancels out, so negative y and positive y is 0. 3/4 minus 1/2, and remember a half can be thought of as 2/4. So 3/4 minus 2/4 is just going to be 1/4. And negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. And then I go ahead and solve for x just like I solve for x in any kind of a problem. And multiply both sides by 4 to get the x alone. And again, x is 4. I would take that back, plug it into either of the originals, and find out that y is still 5. So that's all the ways that you can solve a system of equations. So usually one is easier than another. In this case, I do believe for myself, I would have used substitution on this problem.